Imagine being able to see Jesus Christ as he walked the earth, what he looked like, the expression in his eyes, the way his presence commanded both love and reverence. Across history, countless artists and theologians have attempted to capture his image. But what if an ancient letter claimed to do just that? This brings us to the mysterious Letter of Lentulus, a document that reportedly offers a detailed eyewitness description of Jesus himself. But who was Lentulus? And why has this letter stirred so much curiosity and controversy? Could it be an authentic account? Or is it simply another fabrication shaped by medieval ideals of beauty? Let's unravel the story behind this fascinating document and explore how it has influenced the way we imagine Jesus. Before we dive into the heart of the mystery, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating explorations into history and faith. The name Lentulus refers to a Roman governor or senator, often assumed to have served in Judea during the time of Jesus. Some accounts suggest that this individual was tasked with reporting back to the Roman authorities on the happenings in the region, including the growing influence of a man named Jesus of Nazareth. Historical records, however, provide no concrete evidence of a Lentulus holding such a position during this period. The name itself was common among the influential Cornelius family in Rome. But any link between the Lentulus of this letter and a real historical figure remains speculative. Still, the mysterious origins of this document haven't stopped it from captivating the imaginations of readers for centuries. The Letter of Lentulus first surfaced in medieval Europe, where it quickly gained popularity as an extraordinary account of Jesus' appearance. Supposedly written by Publius Lentulus, a Roman official contemporary with Pontius Pilate, the letter was presented as an official report sent to the Roman Senate. Before the letter's emergence, artistic portrayals of Jesus varied widely. Early Christians avoided depicting him physically, focusing instead on symbols like the cross or the ichthus. When Jesus did begin to appear in art, he was often portrayed as a shepherd or a young man with short hair, reflecting Greco-Roman ideals of beauty. By the Middle Ages, however, Jesus was increasingly depicted as having long hair, a beard, and a noble, serene countenance. The Bible itself offers little detail about Jesus' physical appearance. For example, the prophet Isaiah describes the Messiah as having no beauty or majesty to attract us to him. Isaiah chapter 53, verse 2. This suggests that Jesus' outward appearance was ordinary, even unremarkable. In contrast, Psalm 45, verse 2 praises the Messiah as the most handsome of men. Some theologians interpret this to mean that Jesus' beauty was not physical, but spiritual, radiating from his divine nature. These seemingly conflicting descriptions leave much to the imagination, making the Lentulus letter all the more intriguing. Could it fill in the gaps left by Scripture, or does it merely reflect medieval artistic ideals? Now, let's examine the letter itself, which reads, "In these days there has appeared a man of extraordinary virtue, known as Jesus Christ, who still walks among us. While the people regard him as a prophet, his followers consider him the Son of God. He possesses the power to raise the dead and heal any illness. He is described as somewhat tall, with a noble and commanding presence that inspires both love and reverence. His hair is the color of ripe chestnuts, and it falls straight to his ears, curling slightly below, with a rich, golden hue that flows around his shoulders." Lentulus begins by emphasizing the profound nature of Jesus' life and the extraordinary way in which people perceived him, not just as a healer, but as someone whose very presence was both captivating and awe-inspiring. Continuing the description, on top of his head, there is a distinct parting in his hair, reminiscent of the Nazarite vow. His forehead is smooth, and his face is unblemished, glowing with a healthy reddish hue. His features, nose and mouth, are perfectly formed, with nothing about them that could be criticized. His beard is thick and matches the color of his hair, though not overly long, and it forks slightly at the center. His eyes are clear and sharp, filled with a certain intensity. Here, Lentulus adds more specific details about Jesus' appearance. He describes the partition in Jesus' hair, reminiscent of the Nazarite vow, which sets him apart. His face is smooth, with no blemishes, giving him an almost divine look, pure, innocent, and strikingly beautiful. Let's keep going with Lentulus's description. When he admonishes, he is gentle and wise, offering words with grace, yet when he rebukes, it is with authority. His laughter is never heard, but his tears have been witnessed many times. His body is proportioned perfectly, with graceful hands and arms that draw admiration. His speech is measured, humble, and filled with wisdom. He is a man whose beauty surpasses that of any other, radiating both inner and outer perfection. Lentulus concludes with a reflection on Jesus' demeanor and character. His ability to balance sternness and compassion, his quiet sorrow, and his remarkable physical form all contribute to the image of a man who transcends the ordinary. His beauty, both physical and spiritual, is unparalleled. Despite its dubious authenticity, the Lentulus letter had a lasting impact. It reinforced the idea of Jesus as a figure of physical beauty and nobility, shaping artistic portrayals for centuries. Compare this with the Shroud of Turin, another artifact that has sparked endless debate about Jesus' appearance. The shroud depicts a man with distinctly Middle Eastern features, a stark contrast to the fair-skinned, chestnut-haired Jesus of the Lentulus letter. Similarly, modern forensic reconstructions based on historical and archaeological evidence portray Jesus as a shorter man with darker skin, a broad nose, and curly hair, traits far removed from the Lentulus description. Ultimately, the question arises, does it matter what Jesus looked like? For many theologians, the answer is no. Jesus' mission, teachings, and sacrifice transcend his physical appearance. As St. Cyril of Jerusalem noted, Jesus is all things to all people, capable of meeting each person's spiritual needs in unique ways. The Lentulus letter, while fascinating, is just one piece of a larger puzzle. Whether it's an authentic account, a medieval forgery, or a cultural artifact, its true value lies in how it invites us to reflect on Jesus' life and teachings. Could the Letter of Lentulus be a genuine eyewitness account, or is it simply another myth in the long history of Jesus' image? And more importantly, does it change how we relate to him? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into history's greatest mysteries and faith-filled explorations.